All right, welcome to the finale of season 3 here at Holding Down the Fort. I am your co host, Jen Amos. I thought I would be a little festive and wear red to represent the holidays and wrap up the season with one more video. Since I started the first episode of the season with a video, I thought might as well end with a video as well. I really just want to take this time, this final episode, to thank all of you, to express gratitude for just the incredible things we've been able to accomplish this year. So first of all, for season 3 of Holding Down the Fort, we were able to publish 27 episodes, which is actually 3 more episodes than what we would normally produce in the first and second season. And the crazy thing is, rather than wait 1 week at a time to get the episodes out, we were really ambitious for season 3, and we were able to get 3 episodes out on average every single week. We've had some incredible guests be on our show. One of the things I really enjoyed about this season is having my co-host, Jenny Lynn Stroop, join us, who's an active duty military spouse of nearing 12 years at the time of this recording, as well as a mental health advocate and a mother of 2. So shout out to Jenny Lynn for having joined me this season. And I very much look forward to season 4 for all of the incredible people that we'll be having on the show. So as I reflect on the year, as we know, 2020 was a year that we will all remember and want to quickly forget. For military families, we already know the typical things that we have to go through with PCSing, readjusting, establishing a new normal, seeking out resources as if it's a treasure hunt, et cetera, et cetera. And in addition to that, this year we had that added pressure or stressor, depending on how you see it, known as the pandemic. Nonetheless, our military families are already familiar with this kind of shift, this kind of dramatic change, and they were able to continue to show up and do good work for our community. And I highly encourage you, if this is the first episode you're listening to on Holding Down the Fort, I'm going to first ask you why. No, I'm just kidding. I want to encourage you to go back to the past episodes and take a listen on the movers and shakers of our community today, and especially how a lot of them had continued to push forward or adapt or pivot because of the pandemic. So yeah, I wanted to do this season finale to really just express gratitude. First of all, I have to go ahead and thank the Rosie Network Entrepreneur Awards for choosing me and Holding Down the Fort to be the 2020 Media Professional of the Year. So if you are watching this video, which by the way, I'm actually sitting at a different part of my office. I normally have this exciting backdrop behind me, but I decided to sit here because my husband adjusted some things. But anyway, if you are watching video, here is our award right here. Let me just try to zoom in if you're watching this. But I just want to go ahead and thank the Rosie Network Entrepreneur Awards for choosing us to be the Media Professional of the Year, Holding Down the Fort. This was an absolute honor. So a little background on Holding Down the Fort. I started this with my company, US Vet Wealth, in order to just bring light and amplify the stories of military spouses and military families. We have found in our work that we do that ultimately it's the spouse that is the one handling the finances. And so we wanted to, like I said, focus on them and make it about them. And in addition to giving them financial education resources, we also wanted to bring on the movers and shakers of our community today in the military or for the community to be able to share what relevant stories, resources, or education they have so that our families can continue to make confident and informed decisions for themselves and their families. So it's been an absolute pleasure. And also it was a great way to represent Gold Star families. If you're meeting me for the first time, I'm a Gold Star daughter. My father had served in the 80s and 90s, and unfortunately, we had lost him during active duty in 1998. His last ship was the USS Kitty Hawk, and our life had catapulted back to California, where I had lived for 20 years. And now, in the last 2 years, I currently live in Virginia Beach. But it was really cool to not just show up and be able to represent as a spouse, being married to my husband, who is actually a veteran, but also being able to mention Gold Star families in my acceptance speech. So super grateful to the Rosie Network, to Stephanie and her team, and also the judges who were so gracious to choose our show to be the 2020 Media Professional of the Year. So thanks, y'all. So there's that. I also just want to take this time to thank all of the guests who've been on our show. We've had people from all walks of life be on our show, whether it's the military child who's an adult now, to many military spouses, to professionals who are business coaches, life coaches, relationship coaches, who are therapists. We've really had just such an incredible variety of people in the community and for the community, our veterans as well, to just show up and help us be aware of stories that need to be heard or amplified, as well as education and resources that our families can use today. And of course, I have to thank our listeners. Thank you all so much, especially those who went out of their way to leave 5-star written reviews on Apple Podcasts. It's nice to see our hard work and our heart for our community being recognized. So thank you to our listeners and to those who have left us reviews and everything. All right, so with this season finale, you're probably wondering, what's next? Well, we do plan on starting up again in 2021. We may be looking in early February. However, you can start applying to be a guest on our show if you're interested. All you have to do is visit the show notes of this episode, or you can visit our website, holdingdownthefortpodcast.com, to be able to apply today. We are already scheduling our guest in January. We're having them recorded like early January so that we can have our show available in February. So stay tuned for that. We'd love to have you. We'd love to network with you. And we'd love to make people aware of who you are and how you are serving our community. All right. Well, until then, a couple things that I recommend that you do is to visit our website, holdingdownthefortpodcast.com. And on our website, we actually have a search bar. And so if there's anything in particular you're looking for, maybe stories of military spouses or veterans or mental health related resources, if you use that search bar and you type in some keywords, it'll actually suggest certain episodes for you to listen to. So if you're new to the show, or maybe you started in season 3 and you're looking for more resources or specific episodes, I highly encourage you to visit the website and use the search bar to your advantage. In addition to the search bar, what you can also do is just scroll through all of the episodes we've done. And if any guest we've had on the show resonates with you, we encourage you to reach out to them and network. We highly recommend it. I'm fortunate to have been able to actually network and build community and do collaborative projects with a couple of guests on the show. So this is not just to push out information for you, but to encourage you to be in community with us. So I highly recommend that if you find a certain episode, look at the show notes and see how you can get a hold of the guest that's been on the show. They are eager to connect with you. The other thing you could do while you are on the website is to check out my socials. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Feel free to reach out to me personally, connect with me online. And in the early new year, I am more than happy to schedule a one-to-one call, to see if there's any synergy between us or, figure out if you would be a good guest on our show or not. So find me on social media, and you can find all of that on our website at holdingdownthefortpodcast.com. All right, the next thing I want to share is that if you're looking for new reading material while we are on winter break, I highly recommend that you check out my husband's latest book, Veteran Wealth Secrets, available on Kindle today. But also, if you want to get the free download, to check out veteranwealthsecrets.com and be able to get your PDF copy there. So let me tell you a little bit about the book, just so you know ahead of time what it's about. So I'll just read a little snippet from our book, which again is available on Kindle on the Amazon website. So the title of our book is Veteran Wealth Secrets, the post-military playbook for obtaining autonomy and financial control in the modern economy. So this book is for those who are looking to create autonomy for themselves and gain veterans advantage. It is for those who want to go from a place of limitations and feelings of apathy around those limitations to a place of career progression, uncapped income potential, and choice about how much time you work, how you work, where you work, and why you work. It's for those who want the choice to work for someone else to be a choice, not a compulsion in exchange for a paycheck. This book is for those who see and appreciate and want to participate in the modern times that we live in today. So since we released this book on Veterans Day in 2020, within the first week of our release, we actually had over 500 people get themselves a copy of the book. So really incredible. We quickly became a bestseller and have ranked number one in a number of categories for our book. We also have a couple of 5-star reviews. So let me go ahead and read that just to give you more of an idea of what our readers are saying about Veteran Wealth Secrets. So this is from Chris. He says, Scott does a phenomenal job with this book. He gives a wealth of information and practical financial insights throughout. This is a must read for those who desire some financial independence. It's a ringside seat to Scott's journey from West Point to entrepreneur and finding his passion in helping military brothers and sisters navigate the murky waters of financial and life planning. So thank you, Chris, for that. So here's the next review. I just finished reading Veteran Wealth Secrets earlier in the week, and I'm still thinking about its content this weekend. It provides a perspective that I do not believe will encounter elsewhere in my own transition. Scott does a fantastic job of making me rethink what my post-military life has to look like. If you are transitioning in the next few years, you should read this book. I doubt you'll find the viewpoint he provides elsewhere. Thanks, Scott. And this last 5-star written review is from Justin. So this book is all about you and what you can do to understand your liberty as an American veteran. Scott does a great job making you realize you are worth more than you think. So those are just a couple of reviews for the book. So once again, you can get a copy of the book on Kindle, or you can get the free download at our website, veteranwealthsecrets.com. However, if you do want to support us, go on Kindle and search Veteran Wealth Secrets, written by Scott R. Tucker. All right. And I think that's pretty much it from this point. What I also encourage you to do, if this is your first time listening to the show, or you want to be the first to get updated when our show is back, please subscribe to our mailing list. You can also find that in the show notes or on our website at holdingdownthefortpodcast.com. With that said, I just want to thank you all again from the bottom of my heart for supporting Holding Down the Fort podcast, an award-winning show. On a personal level, being able to do this show as a Gold Star daughter has been an incredibly healing experience. So thank you, everyone, for being here, for supporting the show, for being on the show, and for also continuing to make me feel included, despite having been removed from the military community for over 20 years, until I met my husband, of course. So thanks, honey, for that. So once again, thank you all so much for being a part of the Holding Down the Fort community. Thank you for your continued service to the military community as a whole. Please reach out to us if you want to be on the show. Reach out to me personally if you just want to connect as a friend. Please continue to be safe, especially in this holiday season. And I look forward to connecting with all of you in the new year. All right, so with that said, we hope that today's episode gave you one more piece of knowledge, resource, or relevant story so you can continue to make confident and informed decisions for you and your family. We look forward to speaking with you in the next episode in the new year. Until then, tune in next time. Bye, everyone. Happy holidays.